Oh, I can stop. Hey, Max, take the steering wheel. I gotta talk to your friend.
I'll be borrowing you, so you can teleport to him whenever you want later, okay?
Yep. What's going on, your friend?
You made a report ticket, am I correct?
Oh yes. You replied. I was not aware you replied. My bad.
No problem, it's fine. Okay, so both of you wanna talk?
All right, who wants to go first?
Up to you. I'll go though. So basically, me and my partner, C Max, 086, we're sitting at the intersection,
Mm-hmm.
intersection of Route 13 slash Sonora Freeway. And then guy in the semi truck, I believe it was this guy actually,
Mm-hmm.
hit an AI and then drove. We stopped at a what's it called? He stopped at the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
Then he talked to me. He's like, I want to 22 that, and then we kept talking. I was like, all right, we'll pull over. And then he's like, why? No, I'm 22ing it. And I don't think I told him this, but I wasn't getting him for the accident because he obviously wanted to 22 it. I was getting him for obstruction because he was obstructing the lane and not going. So then we pulled over. We got in an argument. I said some words I shouldn't have said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we got in an argument. I called for 71. Then he's like, I'm gonna call an admin. I was like, you're fine if you want to call an admin. Another unit finally rolled up. He talked to him in a nice, respectful manner. After that, let me think. He talked to me. We talked, and then I think he teleported away because he
Yeah,
was
now can I? Because how many things have you changed while saying that?
not that I'm aware of.
All right, my video is uploading. Anyways, can I do mine? My side of story? All right. It was after 1080, like a massive 1080. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do like a trucking RP, like getting a heavy loaded trucks and making like cops instead of shooting just a normal traffic stop. I was heading over somewhere so I can spawn a trailer, get everything ready, right? Then I hit an AI, which I really didn't care about any AI, so I just started like laugh and just start hitting him. It was an AI, so I just let him go,
Mm-hmm.
and the AI, of course, being dumb, he ran away. And yeah, and when I pull up to the intersection, it was a stop sign, and I can show you that it's a stop sign. It was a stop sign. I stopped. I'm like, don't you think you're kind of blocking traffic? Because I almost actually hit him because my semi truck is a bit big. He was in the middle, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, don't you think you're kind of blocking? And he was talking like with an attitude. Don't you think you should move on? And like, okay. And then I said, okay, can you like calm down? I'm moving on. It's a stop sign, so I go. He's like, okay, pull over. I pull over. I'm like, okay, I don't know why he's stopping you. I don't know why he's stopping me. I'll continue RP, whatever. But he comes up to me with like that attitude, saying, "You hit a driver. You hit a car." I type in chat nicely. I said it's an AI. I want this to be 22, and then he says, "No, doesn't matter. Still reckless driving." And then he said, "I'm gonna start recording," and I'm okay with that. I start recording as well. Then thing he mentioned I did not say I want an admin immediately. I wanted to continue RP, but then he came up to me. He's like, you hit an AI. I mean, not AI. You hit a car, and I'm like, okay, I hit an AI. Can we just get the scene 22?"
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, if I don't remember. He said, I think he said, if you really want to argue this out, we can call an admin. He said, I don't know. He said someone is online, so I do slash call admin. No one respond, and I'm like, okay. And then he calls on radio. This is where like it's just the most annoying part. He goes on radio, calls for additionals. I'm like, can you not? I'm trying to get this scene 22. He says, oh, you can hear me on radio, so you're on radio. I'm like, no, because if you talk on radio, you can still hear him. Like by doing this, okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Like by doing this, you can still hear them while not talking in game. So alright, that was awkward. Yeah, so he was talking in game. I'm like, You're not even talking on radio," because he was holding N for calling additionals. And he said,
Mhm.
"Okay, so you're not on BCS or radio." Like, if I was and if I was not, what's the matter of this RP
Thanks for
scene?
following
So
on
you're gonna
Twitch.
make this an excuse? He calls for backup. He calls for backup, trying to continue RP while I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to continue RP. Then I talk with another officer. He understands. I told him he has this attitude where I told him like a lot. I told him like a
Thanks for
lot
following
just
on
to let's
Twitch.
22
Mm-hmm.
it, just forget everything that happened. Then I hear him. He said he's gonna make a report ticket on me. I'm like, okay, you, whatever. I really, really don't mind him making a report ticket on me. And he says I'm gonna make a report ticket on him. That's where I call the other officer and explain. Then that officer agrees with me. He goes up to this guy and he's like, "You should really watch your attitude, etc." I told him, "Then can you just read rule 1.2? 1.2, you can 22 any scene. 1.4 is to not abuse 1.2." And then he goes on Discord, checks the rule, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I did not read that." And I'm like, "Why are you on? Then why are you on the member server, soft whitelist, if you haven't even read the rules and you don't know what you're doing?" Then I just teleport away because I've had enough. Like I told him a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just to 22 it. We can just forget everything that happened. No need for report. No need for admin. Let's just 22 the same because it was an AI. Then he comes up to me with an attitude, report ticket, and at the end he hasn't even read the rules.
Okay. So if you both are done talking, I'll be talking now. Guys, over here, we just lose an attitude over here? That's it. The problem is the ego problem over here. Can we just lose that for a second and think about it? I mean, you both made a report ticket against each other. Do you both, like, come on, we don't need that. We can just say sorry, like, forget about it, you know? It's just a game, we don't need to do that. I mean, whatever happened, happened. And by the way, yeah, I mean, if he was hitting an AI, I understand, like, come on, we don't have to go with the report tickets and all that. I saw both the report tickets. I spoke to both of you and I told you guys that let's talk. So here we are talking, and instead of actually going through it, the thing is, you guys, one of you, and if we go deep into it, will be warning and stuff like that. So how about we just say sorry to each other
But
and we go our merry way? How about that?
but thing is, I did not want to make a report ticket. I was gonna RP with him even though it's an AI. I
Mm-hmm,
was about RP, but then he comes up to me with an attitude, immediately talking out of character.
mm-hmm,
Immediately. And I told him he said he's gonna make a report ticket. I'm like, okay, but we should really just 22 it and just forget everything that happened. And he still goes on when one fun fact. When I tell him again, I want the scene to be 22 because it's an AI. Like, why would you care about AI? He's like,
mm-hmm,
if you cut me off one more fucking time and then goes back, then
mm-hmm,
I tell the other officers like we should really just 22 this whole thing. But then he comes up to me, he's like, I'm gonna report him, whatever. I have a reporting him. At first, I wanted to RP. I didn't want to record. I didn't want to call an admin. I wanted to continue my RP scene about the trailer. I wanted to continue this traffic stop as well, but he didn't want any of those. He
mm-hmm,
wanted to be the bad way, which calling an admin and just wasting time on this admin situation.
mm-hmm. Hey guys,
Can I talk?
yeah, sure, go ahead, talk.
So what he said is completely true, and for once, I am in the wrong. So I just want to say I'm sorry. I did treat you very wrong, but I don't want to argue back and forth. Uh, I know the what's it called? You said at the end I was arguing, and I did apologize. Or I don't know if I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but I did change my tone at the end. After I read the rule, and when you said I read the 5M server rules, but not the general rules. That's the part where the 22 scene part. I'll go ahead and go all of them because when I did the thing and the server, the soft whitelist, they said to go over the 5M rules. I didn't know they meant like the whole checkbook, so I'll go ahead and read over that. But yeah, I'm sorry.
See, he said sorry. Come on, Aryan.
Yeah, I really don't mind. I yeah. I'll just say sorry again
Hey, see, you
from
both said
yourself.
sorry. Now go ahead and RP together. Like, see, there's literally nothing. It's just we got into an argument, then attitude comes in, and that's what happens. So it's fine. Like, for example, if I go with the report ticket, you both are getting warned. He's getting warned for leaving the scene, you're getting warned for the attitude. So yeah, there's nothing we can just say sorry and move on instead of actually reporting each other. So, if you guys are fine with it, is it closed? Case closed?
Yep.
Yes.
Do I still need to post the video or it's closed?
Case is closed. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to, you can share for the future, but I mean, you don't have to. Case is closed already.
Alright, I'll still
So
upload to YouTube for anything that happens in future.
Okay.
what's gonna go on with Are we both gonna get warned or?
No, no, no. You're not getting warned. Both of you not getting warned. The case is closed. That means you're not getting warned. If you
Yeah.
would have been getting warned, then I would have told you that you both are getting warned. Yeah, actually, in short, we are 22ing this admin situation. How about that? Sounds good. So, you guys, if you guys are okay, then leave the scene and we are done. Have a nice day, guys.
Alrighty.
Go ahead, teleport away.
Watching out.
Go, teleport away. I don't want you two fighting over here. Thanks for following on Twitch. Okay.